What's up, everybody? Derek here, and today we are going to be building a gate. As you see behind me, the little opening, we got a post on this side and a post on this side. And we've got a gate kit that I got from Home Depot. It's just a regular gate kit. I want to say it was like 20 to 30 bucks. They're not that expensive, but you won't believe how actually easy it is to build a gate. A lot of people will build them on the ground or build them not into place, but we are going to be building this into place today, and I'm going to show you how easy it actually can be. And if you need to build a new gate, you can do it exactly the same with an existing fence. It's just, we're going to be doing this and trying to make it look nice with some new pickets and all that and this hardware. So let's get to building this thing. All right, what you're going to need starting off is some screws. I've got 5 of them right here. I need one more screw. Oh, I dropped one. I got my drill, and basically what you want to do is you want to get some boards and put across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toenail these in, and it has to be 1.5 inches back because we're going to build it the same, because the cross boards here are on the outside of these posts. So all I need to do is toenail these boards, just regular pine, into here so we can start putting in our frame for our gate. All right, we got our 2 boards. A lot of fence builders will put them at a 45-degree angle up at the top, but in this case scenario, I'm going to show you why you don't necessarily have to do that. It's going to be super strong the way that we're going to build this, and I'm going to show you exactly why and how. That way you can build this thing into place and not have to worry about it. We are going to put some angle braces in here, but they're just not going to be these 45s on the corners. This is where your drill comes in handy. I am going to give this thing an 1 inch gap here, so just going to mark it off 1 inch. Now we're going to start nailing these things in. I'm just going to toenail them in for right now. All right, I'm using some 3-inch collated nails for this pass load gun. So we're going to start toenailing these in here. Here's the part where we can start making us some 45s here. The easiest way is to take this. Now, what you can do is you can mark it off 8 inches and 8 inches, or 6 inches and 6 inches. In this case, I'm just going to do 6 inches. So 6 and 6. And then what all you do is get your board, line it up on those 6-inch marks. 6 and 6. Put the corner on it. Hold it tight, and then mark it. That way you don't have to worry about doing anything, and you've got a perfect angle mark. So all we gotta do is cut that and then nail it in. And do this for every corner, going down through all the rest of them, all 3 of them, and you got this thing getting super tight. And now that we've already got one cut, we can pretty much use it for the rest of them. All right, now that we've got it all put in with our angle braces here, what you want to do is get another screw and tie that in and take these out. So that way when we come in now, we can put in our pickets right here. So We got to start putting in a couple more braces and we're going to be good to go. All right, the key that is gonna happen here is this right here. We're gonna put a couple pickets on so we can put our gate kit on, since this is just basically hanging on these two 2x4s that are screwed in between. But this is gonna be our board that spans from the brace down there to the brace on this one. And it's gonna go on the back side and it's gonna tie in all of this. So we have our cross bracing, and you can cross brace it the other way too. We might do it, I don't know, we'll see after we get a couple pickets on here. But now, because of that, we are ready to put on our first couple pickets so we can actually get this thing thrown on here and be ready to go with it with our gate kit. All right, we got 3.5 inches on this last part on this side of the fence, which is actually the post side, the actual fence side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these pickets, rip it down 3.5 inches, and then our starter piece on this side of where we cut it will be on this side, which will be like 2 inches basically, and then we'll have a 3.5 piece on this side. So you're not going to really be able to tell the gate was even here. So let's get to doing that. All right, there we go. Now here's the other side of it, which we're going to put a light gap in it. Just a light, like 1/2 inch, somewhere around there gap. And then we'll come back in with a couple of good pickets. Forgot to take that screw out. Ah! Oh well, I'll have to cut it out with the Sawzall. Time for the gate kit. doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but what I'm gonna do is oh, it's upside down. You gotta make sure you got your pins in there too so they can pop out just like a regular door hinge. But you gotta make sure that's at the top. Kind of center, you wanna center the board by eye, and I know mine's level with this one, so I can basically eye it and where my nails are. And you got diamond holes here, so I'm just gonna mark them. Mark 2 of them to start. Now, to make it as easy as possible whenever you put these things in, here's our lag screws for the actual hinges. Here's a drill bit. Now what you want to do is you just want to kind of size it to where it's not at the end of the threads, but the main part of the bolt down there, and you want to size it. You can overlap it. This drill bit is absolutely perfect. So it's going to bite in the wood, but it's going to go in easy and it's not going to splinter the wood. All right, for putting these in here, I have an impact. All right, for putting these lag screws in here, I've got an impact driver, and I like to use a socket with the attachment, so it just makes it go on there so much easier. You don't got to sit there with a ratchet and kink it the whole time. And we got our lag screw with the correct socket. And that's just how fast it goes. So now we got one in here. It's centered right over the latch, so all we got to do now is put the bottom one in. We can drill the rest of our holes, and we'll have a fence that's sitting in this thing ready to open. Now I'm going to drill the rest of them and put the rest of the screws in, and we're good to go. Oh yeah, we in there now. So now all we got to do is remove our screws from here. All right, we got the latch here, and as you can see, it's got these prongs that set out. So this is supposed to be on the outer corner. So it kind of sets in there, and then you attach it by these holes. And basically what this pin does, it attaches to the gate, or you can have it vice versa, but I like to have this actually mounted to the post and then on the gate, and as the gate shuts, it goes right in there. And that is the way that you want to have it. Now, if you're going to be putting this in, you got to have the right amount of gap. And as you see how wide that is, that's at least about 1 inch, maybe just a little bit over 1 inch. So we got 1 inch gap right there, somewhere around 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So it's going to be perfect for this amount of section that's right in here to slide in there. So we're going to go ahead and figure this out so we can cut that picket. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish out these pickets, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna put this in because we're almost done with these pickets. I do not know how it worked out that way, but I don't care. It's dead on 5.5 inches. All right, time for the gate magic here. We got our hinge. I can bend this back just a little bit because of our gap. So what we can do here is find out where we're gonna put this thing in at, which is about right there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze in a small 2x4 right behind here, because we got a gap in between the picket and the post. So I'm gonna fill this section up. All right, I got my hinge here now, and this is a 6 foot tall fence. So I'm just gonna break the middle right at 3 foot and center this thing. Put it right there on right where the pin is gonna go, right there. Now, I'm gonna hold it here just to make sure. Oh, perfect clearance. We got about 1/4 inch that we're missing by right there. So that's gonna be absolutely perfect. So what I'm gonna do here is make a mark. Come back with my drill. And there we go. Now all I gotta do, I don't even have to mark it off. I just come back with my drill. There we go. And pop this one in there. Make sure it's on there tight. Latches perfectly, spring rebounds. Oh yeah. And so the next thing, do we have a piece of board in here? No, we're gonna be good because we got our 2x4 here. So what we're gonna do now, you've got the flare right here, so where it flares back down is about right there. So you're gonna have to make sure that whenever you put it in here, it's not on the flare part. There it is. So now let's drill this part. And put this one in there. Suck it up tight. And there we go. Perfectly latches. Every time. So now all we got left is this little handle. So you just want to figure out where you want to place it. Left hand here, right hand here. Just makes it perfect. So just kind of set it wherever you want, whatever feels comfortable. I think I'm gonna go about right in there. So, okay, got it. Well guys, we are done with this gate build and it looks awesome. It's a really simple way to build a gate. It opens so easy. I still have to seal these pickets and everything, but for what it is and how it's braced and how big the door is, I might have to take out a little bit of dirt down there, it looks like, because it stops at about right there. But just look at this. Oh, it's just so smooth and it sounds so clean. It's kind of like like an old truck with a newly shutting door that just sounds so clean. Yeah, so if you've got an existing fence, or you've got a fence that you're trying to build a gate, that is what I have found to be the easiest way. If you're not wanting to do all the angles and just go crazy and have to worry about 45s and this and that, you can do it all with a handsaw. You can cut it all, screws, bolts. I mean, it's really not that difficult when it comes down to it. Don't make it over complicated. It's really simple. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.